4 days after seizing Olympic immortality in Milan, Alyssa Liu hopped on a commercial Delta flight bound for the Bay. No private jet, no chartered wings, no velvet rope cordoning off a first-class sanctuary for the new heavyweight champion of the world. Just a standard economy haul from Atlanta to San Francisco, with Liu keeping a low profile in the back. Her Team USA backpack shoved into the overhead bin. For 5 hours, she was a ghost, zero fanfare. No Instagram flex from 30,000 feet. No demands for special treatment. She just sat there blending in with the commuters and tourists, finally heading home after the grind of a lifetime. Likely battling that specific brand of exhaustion that hits when the adrenaline crash settles in and your body finally hands you the receipt. Then the wheels touched down at SFO and the flight attendant grabbed the mic. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a legend on board today. After representing our country with absolute grit and grace, please help me make some noise for our gold medalist. Alyssa Liu, fresh from the Olympic Games. The pause was heavy. Alyssa, your hustle and heart have made the entire Bay Area incredibly proud. Welcome home, champ. Natalie Cardoza, a passenger sitting nearby, said the cabin was stunned. Nobody had a clue she was there until that second. The reaction was instant and raw. The entire plane erupted, strangers high-fiving strangers. You could see people tearing up. Natalie whipped out her phone, caught the moment, and threw it on TikTok. The clip blew up instantly, but the viral video was not even the real story. When Alyssa walked off the jet bridge, she stepped straight into a tunnel of gold balloons and shimmering tinsel that the ground crew had rigged up while they were taxiing. That jet bridge, usually just a beige, soulless hallway connecting the tarmac to the terminal, had been turned into a miniature championship parade. She walked through it beaming. Not the polished media smile she flashes for the judges. The real one. The shy, intimate smile of someone trying to keep a massive emotion from spilling over. She whispered thank you to every single person who cheered her on. No grand speeches, just soft, genuine gratitude. She was lugging her own gear. That blue USA pack strapped to her shoulders, clutching red gift bags handed over by fans waiting at the gate. She looked exactly like what she is, a 20-year-old kid from Oakland who just conquered the world and has not quite processed the magnitude of it yet. Inside the terminal, a mob had formed. People who saw the news online and drove out on a Monday night just to catch a glimpse of her. They were screaming, "Welcome home!" and "Congratulations!" One guy yelled, "Oakland loves you." Alyssa turned toward the voice and cracked up. Boom! Another TikTok classic. Another million views. But here is the kicker. The detail that hit people harder than the hype. The contrast. Days earlier, she was center stage at the arena in Milan with 150 million pairs of eyes glued to her. The building was vibrating. The score dropped, the gold was hers, and the crowd did that thing where they stop being individuals and merge into one deafening roar of approval. Judges in stiff suits, lenses tracking her every move, the anthem blasting, coaches hoisting her high. Family losing their minds in the stands, streamers raining down. And then 4 days later, she is walking through a Bay Area terminal in a hoodie, taking gift bags from strangers, thanking folks one by one who showed up on a random Monday just to say we see you. One was the biggest stage on earth. The other was just the crib. And the internet decided that coming home hit harder than winning in Milan. There is something profound about watching a Titan return to their roots and get embraced by the community that built them. Not the suits, not the logos, not the TV networks, just the neighbors who drive the same freeways and eat at the same spots. The Oakland Ice Center, where her dad first laced up her skates at 5 years old, sits right on 10th Avenue. It is not a palace. It is a rink. It smells like frozen air, rubber mats, and sweat. That is where she was headed, not some elite complex, but the rink on 10th. The party did not end at baggage claim. Tuesday night, she hit up Trabocco, an Italian joint in Alameda. The owners, Yeppy and Christine, were floored she walked in. She ordered the fettuccine bolognese. They sent out a cake with congratulations scrawled in chocolate. She crushed the tiramisu and told them it was the best she ever tasted. Christine told the press later, "I will take that win." The dinner crowd that night had no idea they were sitting next to greatness until the whispers started. "I can't believe I'm at the same table," someone muttered. People who didn't know a triple axel from a toe loop just there for a meal suddenly realized they were inches away from the face that had dominated every TV screen in America all week. Meanwhile, the hype machine hit the 880 freeway in Oakland. 5 massive billboards. Alyssa's face towering over the highway, reminding every driver passing through that this city made her. A declaration that this specific girl from this gritty rink on this stretch of California asphalt belongs to them. Oakland Mayor Barbara Lee hit Instagram with the official word. The city is throwing a massive block party for Olympic gold medalist and hometown hero Alyssa Liu. The city is bursting with pride. No date on the calendar yet, but the demand, it is absolute. Then came the soundbite. The quote the internet seized on and refused to let go. A reporter asked her what it felt like to be back after the chaos in Milan. She paused, letting it sink in for a second. I got to see my siblings and friends the last 2 nights. We even grabbed a late dinner. That was enough. Then she delivered the line, I'm just so happy I could bring Oakland to Milan. Not represent it, bring it. Not just make the city proud, bring it. Like she folded the entire zip code into her luggage and hauled it across the ocean. Like every time she landed a jump in that Italian arena, the commuters on the 880, the kids at the ice center and the staff at Trabocco were right there in the building with her. She is 20 years old. And she said it like it was simple physics, the most natural thing in the world. Because for her, it probably was. This is the chapter of the Olympic saga the cameras usually miss. The aftermath of the gold medal. Not the press junket, not the sponsorship drops, not the handshake at the White House. It is the part where the history maker boards a commercial jet, sits in coach, and keeps her head down. Alyssa Liu hit 5.8 million Instagram followers today. A week ago, she was sitting at 200,000. In 7 days, she built the kind of clout most celebrities chase for a lifetime. Corporate America is circling. Every talk show is begging. The networks are fighting for the interview. And she flew home on Delta. Walked through a tunnel of gold balloons like a regular kid. Whispered a soft thank you to everyone who showed up. Ate fettuccine bolognese at a spot in Alameda and told the owners that tiramisu was solid. That is the real homecoming. That is more Alyssa Liu than anything she did on the ice. Her coach, Philip DeGalmo, made it clear the party has an expiration date. She wheels up for Prague on March 21st to defend her world title. Between now and then, training, preparation, the heavy lifting of a world and Olympic champion who has to lace them up and prove it wasn't a one-hit wonder. But first, the Lunar New Year parade in Oakland this Saturday. The main float belongs to her and the family. The bunk bed crew reunited rolling through the city that watched them grow from nothing. Her father, Arthur Liu, the man who survived Tiananmen Square, came to California with empty pockets and raised 5 kids solo in a 1-bedroom apartment. He will be on that float. The triplets, her sister Selena, and Alyssa, 20 years old. Hometown legend. The first American woman in 24 years to bring home individual gold, clutching a blue USA backpack she probably hasn't even unpacked yet. Welcome home, champ. You earned every single balloon.